Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster walkthrough. So we are back in Vector. The Espers have run amok and attacked the capital. And so we're going to figure out what's going on. I don't know why I ran up there to the upper right corner, so you can't ever, return to the Magtech Research Facility. And we can't go backwards through the mine ride. So yeah, not sure why I did that, but hey. Alright, anyways. Let's, it doesn't look like there's any new equipment here. I think that's what I was checking for. Let's check here too. Yeah, this looks the same. Alright. Yeah, so anyways, we're gonna do the Imperial banquet and actually gain the ward bangle. I wasn't 100% sure if we were gonna be able to do that, and it actually is super easy. I don't. I think that well, I would say by not gaining any experience on specific characters, it's gonna make it really easy. But like, I think that even if we had gained a little bit of experience here and there, we probably would have been able to do this pretty easily still. Excuse me. In the previous video there, I did level Shadow. Now, if we hadn't leveled Shadow right here, or I should say in that video, he would have a lot of... Actually, you know what? It doesn't matter. He's going to have a lot of experience. Again, if you, unless you went overboard with him, right, and got too much experience. But, as long as you, fought like leaf bunnies or whatever, and didn't get, excess experience, you'll be more than fine, right? So we could take Shadow here. We could take Setzer. Setzer hasn't gained really anything. Again, Cyan... I guess you could have probably absorbed a little bit of experience on the minecart. Same with Edgar. Sabin is actually completely, I should say, is a bit of a blank slate as well. So again, we've got a lot of options here for absorbing experience. And what I'll eventually do also is to just kill off Terra, right? And then that way, she will not gain any experience either. That's not that important though either, because of a change that I kind of made to my recommendations for the Flame Eater fight. Basically, Flame Eater is Terra, Locke, and Strago, and my recommendation for that fight is to just absorb all of it on Locke. That way, he'll probably level 3 times would be my guess. I don't think you can keep it to 2 levels, but it's probably 3. But it doesn't matter though, because Realm just can't join at 6, unfortunately. The fact that we gain even a single level in the Flame Eater makes it so that Realm can't join at 5. So no big deal there. Here we're speaking with the soldiers. Now we want to get a perfect score, meaning that we need to speak with all 24 soldiers. I believe there are 3 single soldiers that we will have to run from. One of them is in this room. I think it's this next guy right there. Yeah, Returner Scum. So just run away from this guy. You don't need to finish him off. You don't need to win. But yeah, we'll just run from this. Oh wow. Well, I procced a wind slash. Here, yeah, I'm just trying to kill off Terra and. Not doing that good of a job at it. I should have just nuked her, but yeah, I guess we'll just did a little bit of damage. At least got started on the process. But yeah. All right, so that's 7. Here's an ether. Catch this guy in the bed. That guy was tricky. I think I forgot about him. And one of the earlier times I did this, I missed him. So. They do give you a lot of time, though. I vaguely remember cutting it a little bit close. Like, in my PlayStation guide for this, I think I finished this with only, like, 3 seconds to spare. So I'm kind of curious what I did or if they added time, because it was really easy. I had plenty of time to spare. But yeah, anyway, so you know, run from the single soldiers. There is a mega armor that I will fight at the end that you can't run from, but we will just kill him off. But it's not a big deal again because we've got plenty of room to absorb that experience. Basically, there's 2 fights here during the banquet that will have to absorb experience for. One of them is that mega armor, and then the other one is the 3 special forces at the break in dinner. And you know, the mega armor is 350 experience, and then the special forces are 200 apiece. So again, it's actually really easy to absorb all of the experience, especially if you've killed off Terra. So, you know, and even then, I don't know, we probably could have absorbed a little bit on Terra, right? Like, you can actually really, you can really fine tune it, I suppose, if you want, because again, like, my plan is to not absorb any experience during the Flame Eater on Terra anyway, so I guess like we could absorb a little bit more with her here. So I just don't think that she can take all 3 fights and not level. So we definitely, or sorry, all 2 fights, or both fights, I guess it would be, and level. So again, just be sure that she stays 5, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. And again, don't take Locke. Because we want to absorb a bunch of experience with him for the Flame Eater. So here is the Mega Armor. Again, you cannot run from this guy, so we'll end up taking the 350 experience here. Obviously, it's spread across these 3 characters. So what is that, like 112-ish experience for everybody? But yeah, all 3 of these guys have plenty of room to spare. Again, you know, depending on if you took any experience earlier on in the game, maybe this could be a little bit of a problem, right? But again, you should be fine as long as you take the right characters. That is specifically, you know, ones that you hadn't gained experience. Like, again, Sabin, right? I haven't taken Sabin or got any of the experience with him. So, and it's really easy to keep him a blank slate. Same with Setzer, right? I mean, the only thing is Setzer's only 5, so I don't know how much room he has to spare. And we do want him to stay 5. So again, you know, but Shadow again should have plenty of room as well as Sabin. And then, you know, again, I guess Edgar, which again I did actually take him to the minecart. So just be careful. Don't get any levels here. The other thing that you could do, I suppose, also is just not, if you don't care about the ward bangle, which, I'll be honest, the ward bangle is very much not needed like it used to be. The ward bangle I thought was really important for, or good at least, for other iterations of the game, because the floating continent was such a pain in the butt to get through. You know, especially on your, like, I guess it's more on your second trip, right? Once we've gone through it once with Gao, right? Because you have to skip Shadow and not pick him up there, otherwise he gets re-averaged. But that second trip, you know, everybody basically, you still have to go up there without everybody else leveled, right? Because otherwise Shadow would join at a higher level. So that second trip can be a bit of a pain. But again, in this version of the game, it's not a big deal because we can quick save. So, you know, anytime that you run into, let's just say you run into the ninjas, right? And then they've changed that as well. That used to be the danger before, was if you ran into the ninjas on the floating continent, then you know, you wouldn't be able to run from them, so they'd probably just kill you. So all right, anyways, so the answers here is that you know, using poison was inexcusable. First is toast to your homelands, then the poison was inexcusable, and then I think it's Celeste is one of us. And then what we have to do here is we have to ask all 3 different questions, but don't repeat yourself. And also remember which question you asked first. Obviously, I think it's smart to, you know, just start from the top and work your way down, which, you know, would be, why did you start the war? All right, so I think we've asked the 3, and now we can say, okay, let's talk about the espers. Here we answer, they have gone a bit too far. these by the way, the idea here is to be a little bit, I mean, kind of diplomatic, right? Not be like super accusatory, and just kind of conduct yourselves, yeah, without like, you know, I guess like being viewed as having a chip on your shoulder. So here I'm gonna save, and I actually I just realized that I messed up at some point in between this fight and the prior one. I actually revived Terra there, so if you looked at the menu really closely, I had Terra back alive. I don't recommend doing that because we need her to be dead for this fight anyway. So I actually was kind of annoyed that I did that too, because what I wanted to do here was farm these Imperial elites, or I should say, you know, so what I did was I saved beforehand, and then I just made sure that if these guys didn't drop Magicite shards, then I just reset, because I wanted Magicite shards, and I wanted to get that kind of on you know, get footage of that, because again, I think that it's a really easy way to get in at least one Magicite shard there. Now, those Imperial elites will pop on the veldt as well, so you know, that's another way to get some Magicite shards. Now, and that's kind of useful for the crazies out there that want to try to morph using just the Magicite shards, right? But man, that's hardcore. That's and even that's a step far for me. So just I guess you know, keep in mind that you can get that there. But all right, anyways, we do actually you have to kill the special forces as well. You can't just let the timer run out, because otherwise you don't get the points for beating them. I did also do that in a you know, I guess I tried that too, but that actually is actually another way that that you can get the special forces. Like, so let's just say that there's no way that you can, like, you know, not absorb experience here and not level, right? And you just want to make sure that you can get the special forces rage still and see them on the veldt. Well, you can start that battle, but just let the time run out. Again, you know, hopefully if you've followed my recommendations here, you can absorb, you know, all of that experience. And also, again, normally we wouldn't have Shadow here, so it's a bit of a trip seeing him, you know, sitting in the in the chair. But yeah. Anyways, all right, you be careful too. All right, so the plan is to, you know, we're gonna work with the Empire here to, I guess stop. Yeah, I guess plead with the Espers, right, to stop hostilities. And all right, so we're stuck here now. Obviously, we've got Terra and Locke. Neither of the two have gained any experience whatsoever to this point. We got our rewards there from the whatever, the soldier. And again, I did get the ward bangle. I actually really like that. I'm really happy that I kind of redid this and made sure to get that. I don't know, you know, it just cuts down on the amount of time that you have to, you know, restart, and because that process can get a little bit obnoxious. So yeah, again, very glad that I went that route and picked that up. So all right, let's see here. Yeah, I guess at this point as well, it's not a bad idea to equip Bismarck on Locke. You know, it would be not good if we were to forget having that equipped for the Flame Eater fight. Now it's, you know, not likely that we're going to do that, and I obviously I saved right beforehand too. Here I'm glitching. I don't know why. I guess I'm glitching. Who would that be? Yeah, Raiden. Oh, I guess that would work too. So, you know, because Raiden's got the +2 strength, so I guess it's either of those two. But I already had quick learn, so I didn't really feel like I really needed to have that glitched onto him. Ragnarok as well. I think Ragnarok is better on Strago, probably. We're gonna get him. Actually, I think that's the next video, technically. And she probably should have Siren. Again, because I'm not going to be actually leveling her. Well, see, I say that, and then I actually did level her, which is kind of funny. But again, my recommendation is to on the Flame Eater fight absorb. Oh yeah, I didn't get my rewards yet. Oh yeah, I jumped the gun. I thought I actually had got those. All right, so troops pulling out of South Figaro, troops pulling out of Doma. They're going to unlock the Imperial post. We're going to head over there and loot that joint. There's the Tintinabulum. And then there's the final reward, the ward bangle. So that's the perfect score reward. Again, if you can't absorb all of the experience right without leveling, you may have to forego the ward bangle. But again, if you followed my guide to a T, you should be completely fine. What else was I going to say? I lost my train of thought here. Oh, yeah. So actually when I did the Flame Eater fight, and again, I wish I would have done this differently, but when I did the fight, I actually did level with Terra one time and Locke one time as well. Basically, I just left all 3 characters alive, but I don't think that that's a good idea. I think it's better to take all of that experience on Locke. Yes, he will actually gain extra levels, right? You know, if you spread the experience out between the 3 characters, Terra and Locke level, and that's it. And Strego will be like, I think he's got like 4 experience to level, right? But if you absorb all of the experience, I think Locke actually will gain 3 levels. Now, that's not a problem because it doesn't matter. Realm will join at 6 no matter what. There's just no way to keep her at 5. Again, even a single level gained there, and then there's no way to get around, you know, leveling there. There's too much experience to absorb. Again, unless, you know, somebody figures out a way to not get experience from those balloons. But again, I don't know. I basically tried everything, so I don't think that there's a way to avoid that. But regardless, you know, at that point, you know, 2 levels, okay, whatever. But either way, even a single level raises your group average up to 6. So at that point, then you actually have a lot of leeway. You can gain a lot more levels even before your average will hit 7. So again, I think it's better to just absorb all of the experience on Locke. And why is that? Well, during the Imperial Air Force, I actually wanted to steal. That's really the only difficult battle left after Flame Eater. And, you know, being able to just be a little bit higher level, and actually you can take, after the Themasia events and after we've got Realm, at that point, you can actually level Locke. Excuse me. I should say, let me back up. Not right then. After the Themasia events, and actually after we get the airship back, because then Celeste will have rejoined. But at that point, then you can level Locke up to 12, and that again will help out actually a bit for the Imperial Air Force. Again, you know, that's the difference also between like this and just a low level walkthrough. Or a low-level game, I should say. I just don't care after, you know, after we've basically got everybody in, you know, I don't care if we level at that point because I you know, specifically want to. So, all right. Anyways, so here, I don't know why I went back to the Esper Cave. I guess just to check. I suppose that's your kind of like your point of no return, right? Like if you missed any formations in the cave, the sealed cave. This is your last chance to go get it. On my first trip there, I actually missed the, what is it? The Antares, Lich, and I forget the third enemy. It's a very specific formation that's got 3 of the enemies in it, and I actually missed it on my first trip through, so I had to come back and grab it. So, you know, better to just get it on the first trip, but actually, I wanted to at least point out there that, you know, we can technically go back in there right there. And I think that's the last point that you can, because that cave will be going away. Here, we need to go into the port. And there's another teleport stone hidden here somewhere. Right there. So grab that. Now we've got a twin brother to the most important item in the game. There's a little joke for you. Yeah, just love that teleport stone that we got back in South Figaro. I probably used that item more than any other item in my in my entire playthrough. But all right, here's General Leo. We're gonna speak with him here, and that will kick off the events here in Albrook. Also, wow, I guess I just realized it. I actually wish that, or what I should have done there was, right as we left Vector, what I should have done is gone up to the north and towards Zen, and jumped into the Chocobo Forest. That actually would have got me all the way over to the Imperial Post without getting into any random encounters. I don't know why I forgot about that, but I just, I went down to Albrook first, and then I had to make my way over there. I actually ended up resetting my game a ton of times trying to get to the Imperial Post because I kept getting formations that I didn't want. So, again, it's actually a shorter trip, and you actually spend less time on the world map if you go up to Zen first, and then again, jump on a Chocobo there. But my bad on that. It's very, very lousy video because of that. extra rough on myself here. But all right, so at that point, or at this point now, we can go up to the inn and rest, and our room has been paid for by Leo. And so at this point, Locke heads on outside and tries, at least, to speak to Celeste, who is still pretty busted up, I think, about Locke questioning her loyalty. Yeah, and refuses to speak with him. Poor Locke. Okay, all right. Let's head back to the docks. Boom, boom, boom. Or I guess we'll just stand here. We had some trepidation to getting onto the ship. It was Locke. It was Locke's fault. He doesn't do so well on the ships. Terra does fine. All right, let's go. Let's go indeed. All right, a little trip here. I don't like that it's obnoxious that the boat dumps you off so far away from town. Like, really, you couldn't go a little bit closer? But all engines are running smoothly, sir. At this point, also, I will point out, I really think it's important to avoid battles on the way to Themasia as well. It's more, I believe, let me just check here the pack list. I think it's more important to avoid any of the battles inside that forest. Basically, there's a forest outside of, I think it's called the Esper Cave. Definitely avoid that forest. Let me just see here. Ninja 222. Just trying to see this back. Okay, yeah. So there's two fights that we are concerned about. One of them is the Chimera and the Devourer × 2. Again, I think the Chimera and the Devourer × 2. I think that's only in the forest. Don't take that. I'm not that confident that that's the case, but I think that is the case. And then the Briarius × 2. Let me just check. I don't think that's actually outside. Let me just see here. Briarius. I think that might actually be in the Esper Cave itself. Nope, it's not. Area around Themasia. Yes. So we do have to worry about those. I think those... Oh, yes. So those used to be called the Bascavor in the other versions of the game. So again, avoid that at all costs. Again, that's the basically any other random encounters leading to Themasia. That's the little trip that we take there at the very, very end of the video. The reason for that is they share that formation is in the same pack as the dragon. And my plan was to go through the floating continent, only meeting either dragons or the ninja ×2 formation. The ninja ×2 is extremely rare, extremely rare. But dragon, it feels like it was bumped up a bit. The reason for that is I want to steal Genji gloves from the dragon. And again, part of it is preparation. So, if that's something that you want, definitely, keep that in mind. And so why, right? Like, yeah, you can farm the veldt if you can farm the floating continent if you want, but then you're running into behemoths and whatever, every other freaking mob up there, right? And this way, what I do is again, I actually farm them on the veldt instead. So I run through the floating continent, only running into dragons. If I run into anything else, again, I get, or again, the ninja ×2. If I run into anything else, I reset my game and then just and redo it until, again, I run into the dragon. So basically, I run into just specifically dragons up there. And then I jump off. And at that point, we can go to the veldt, and the dragon will be alone and in that pack. Meaning, we can save right before that pack pops up, right? And then we can try to steal. And then if we don't get a Genji glove, we just reset the game. And then reload, again, we're still on the veldt. We'll do the next battle. Boom, it's going to be a dragon. Again, every single time. If you add anything else to that pack, at the very least, you're looking at a 50-50. And so that's annoying too, because then again, we have to reset our game again. So just, again, very important if you want to farm Genji gloves as quickly as you possibly can. That is at least my recommendation. Now, if you don't care, and you just want to whatever level on the floating continent, then by all means go ahead. I didn't want to do it that way. So again, that is what I did. It's up to you to decide on whether or not you want to do that. But at least again, I felt that I have to point out exactly what I did, why I did it, and why I think it is the best way to go. So that is that. So again, a lot of it is foresight and preparation, right? If you're just kind of willy-nilly heading to Themasia and didn't know about the Briareus ×2 formation, that could have screwed you over. But here Shadow has rejoined. A long time no see, good buddy. And is at level 6. There's no reason to even equip him, in my opinion. He's not going to do any battling with us whatsoever. All right, that is all the time I've got for this one. As always, I hope the guide was helpful and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.